You know, most people don't tend to remember, or at least want to remember, what happened to them. When going through a terrifying experience, no one really talks enough about it. They want to do nothing more than forget about it. They want to do nothing more than run away and never see this place again. But not me. I can't afford to forget. It was summer. The breeze. It was a, warm breeze in the air. The heat is always burning, giving sunburns to the people who are unprepared. It was daytime. Everything was peaceful that day. But once night came, people ran into their homes, locking the doors behind them. I was walking around the city. Just all of a sudden, like at the snap of someone's fingers, it went from day to night. I must have lost track of time. Here in Oregon, we have a curfew. Be home by 10 p.m. sharp. Doesn't matter if you're asleep by that time. Just make sure you're home before then. I looked at the time on my watch. It was 10 p.m. Of course it was. I, of course, decided to start walking home. I was too lazy to check if the door was locked or not before I left. I reached the handle and was hoping the door was unlocked. It probably wasn't, though. Knowing my other family members, they probably locked it behind me. I reached for the handle, and it opened. That should have been my first red flag. I closed the door behind me and I locked it. I walked around the house. It seemed so quiet. Unlike usual. Was everyone asleep? No. They wouldn't be asleep by this time. It was summer break. Why would they be asleep by this time? Nothing to worry about, no work in the morning. I thought nothing of it. I walked into my room, and saw that it was trashed. Like if someone was looking for something. Like if there was something there they wanted. I continued to walk around, surveying the room. So I noticed something. A puddle I turned on the lights. Why were they off? They looked down and saw water. How water built up there, I don't know. This house is usually kept clean. And a puddle of water, I don't know. Kept looking around, found nothing. Thought maybe they went to run some errands, but why would they run errands so late? My family is the most skeptical, always going inside and locking their doors at 9:30 p.m. sharp before the curfew is in place. Make sure to run any errand they need to before that. I walked into the master bedroom. Nothing. I then eventually made my way to the garage. Nothing there to say, really. It's just a garage. I noticed that the cars were missing. Thought they might have left or gone somewhere. Then I heard the door open. Then I heard footsteps. Walking, 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 walking. Stop. I don't know what compelled me to, but I was compelled to hide, to look for a place to hide. So I hid. Luckily, a hiding place wasn't too far. We had this table in one of the rooms not too far. I ran over there and hid under it. Alright, the footsteps continue to walk, walk, and walk till they got into the living room. I saw what I thought was one of my family members who lived in the house. I wanted to get I wanted to stop hiding and get out of there, see and talk to them, ask them where the rest of the family was, but I was shook, scared, like a deer in headlights. I couldn't move. I felt like if I did, I would be, that I would find my family, but not in the way I wanted to. Then I realized why I was so scared. Whatever it was not my family member. From the way it walked, it couldn't be human at all. It was almost as if it were walking like a wounded animal. As if it were running from something. I wanted to take a peek, see what was standing in that living room for who knows how long. It walked from time to time, but it would usually walk back to its spot and just stand there. Seemed to be looking at something. Whether it was looking at the table or the fridge, I didn't know. I didn't want to chance it, but at the same time, I wanted to take a peek. I wanted to see what it was. I would get my answer a couple of seconds later. It walked closer to the table and it fell onto the ground, lifeless. I looked at its head and it was all wrong. Its eye lower than the other. Its head misshapen. Bumps all through its skin. It had a hatchet attached to its neck, as if something or someone tried to cut off his head, or its head. I wanted to get out of there. I almost did. But then I made the mistake of trying to check if it were alive or not. I got out of under the table, and instead of running for the door, I poked its lifeless corpse. It twitched. It twitched and twitched and twitched, writhing, moving like a cockroach. Like a possum playing dead. And I realized its eyes were closed, so I didn't know what was poking it. I walked away, turned around, its eyes opened, looked around. I guess this thing was pretty good at playing dead. I, of course, got out of there before it noticed I was there. I ran and ran and ran, and I stopped, halted, and went for a walk, and continued walking. A couple days later, I moved out of there. Saw in the news that my family members' bodies were found outside of the city, somewhere near outside of the city, but not too far out. And I was presumed dead. I try to remember that things face every single day and try to figure out what it is. But no matter what I do, it's just there, taunting me. I since moved over to Canada. It's cold out here, but it's better than being over there. Whatever the future holds, I hope I don't run into that thing ever again.